All the Jews in Palestine, they are squatters from all over the world.
No.
Yes, they are. Get out. Let them get out. Go back to Poland, Holland, Russia, Ukraine, wherever they brought
We
them.
came back. We came back home.
When you have mentality sick and you want to come and kill us in our land and steal our houses, with all my respect, a lot of them, they don't have a heart, not you. You just have a different mentality than the most. Maybe you change them.
Khalas, okay?
Khalas.
We are a family, and we will live in this land together, and we'll respect one another, and the world will no longer manipulate us and use us for their own benefits. And now we're going to change the world once we do that.
I hope so.
I'm here in New York City with the NYU students in Washington Square Park, and we're here to have some conversations with people who are passionate about Israel, the Jewish people, the Palestinians, and about our future. So let's see what they have to say. Yalla, let's go.
Call me a dirty joke.
Let's talk.
You sure?
Let's have him sit down.
Are you sure?
Yes. How are you, sir?
How are you?
Good. How's everything?
I'm in home.
Would you like to have a conversation?
Oh, yes.
All right. Yalla. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Where are you from?
Palestine.
Ah, Palestine. You're my cousin.
لا.
لا. Israel in...
أنت يهودي أنا فلسطيني.
Yahudi Palestinian bin Dod.
من غزة. The one you guys killing all the people.
I'm not killing anybody. I'm here right now with you.
Okay, good.
You know, there's Palestinians that kill Jews. I'm not going to say it's
No,
you.
no.
It's not you. Do you like Abu Mazen?
No.
No. So if Abu Mazen does something, it's not you, right? So if an Israeli does something that's bad, it's not me. I'm Rudy.
I'm blaming you.
Don't blame me, because I'm not blaming you for Abu Mazen.
Exactly.
Okay. So
مع أبو مازن ونتنياهو, all those, they the same kind.
we'll agree on a lot more than you think.
What can we agree on? 75 years of occupation of Palestine. And, excuse me, all the Jews in Palestine, they are squatters from all over the world.
No.
Yes, they are. Yes.
You know that
Who came before, the Palestinians or the Jews?
the Palestinians come from the Jews.
No.
Yeah, you know. Before you'd converted to Islam, the Palestinians were Yahud.
No.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Who's Malak Dawood?
Ma أنت Moses himself.
Musa.
Musa,
Is Yahud.
your prophet.
Musa is Yahud.
Ma, I tell you about you came to where I needed to go, to your Torah.
Yes, to the Torah.
You know the most books are altered is the Torah
I don't agree
and
with
the
that.
Bible. Yes.
They
How many Torah there is? Read every Torah.
It's the same.
Even everyone is different. Than
Everyone
the
is the same. Even in the Dead Sea Scrolls that they found from 2,000 years ago, word to word the same. Let's talk about the future.
The future
For me,
we don't need occupation in Palestine.
For me, I see a future.
Back up and leave Palestinian people alone.
Do you think there's a way for me and you to live there together?
There you go.
In salam,
Right.
with respect.
Come to
with honor.
Palestine with your army and your tanks and your F-15s and your F-30s.
Forget Abu
Bomb
Mazen.
us.
Forget Bibi
Allah,
Netanyahu.
forget,
I'm talking about the people. Okay?
Not the people
Us to-
sick of the occupation.
Can the people live together?
When you have mentality sick and you want to come and kill us in our land and steal our houses and the massacres you did, we don't need you there now.
Okay.
We don't need you.
So you know, from the other perspective, they view Palestinians the same way.
No.
The reason I'm saying it this way is if we want to have both people come together, we need to understand where both people are. We both come from this land.
No. We all come from
You did-
planet Earth, yes.
Yes, but also Israelis and Palestinians come
Did
from this land.
Moses enter Palestine?
He
No.
didn't. But
No.
his ancestors were there.
It's forbidden in the Jewish yearbook
No.
to enter Palestine.
Moses specifically.
No.
And it says Israel, not
It's
Palestine.
forbidden for the Jews to enter
In the Quran, it doesn't say
Palestine.
Palestine. It
in
says
your
Israel.
book, in
It
your
says,
book.
it says Israel, right?
In your book.
In my book, it says Israel.
It says the Jewish people forbidden to enter Palestine.
That's not true.
It's about murder and crimes. Kill and let them out.
I don't want anybody to be killed. I see you as my family, just so you know. I see other people here. These are white Americans.
We're not fighting. We just
I know, but I want you to know that I see other
I
people.
have a deep voice, that's all.
Of course. You're passionate like me. I see other people here, let's say white Americans, they're my fellow humans. But you as a Palestinian, you're my family, you're my cousin. Because our ancestors are from this land and our descendants will be from this land. So the only way that we can move forward is not going to be by Abu Mazen or Khalid Mashal or Bibi Netanyahu.
Or Ben Netanyahu.
Exactly, or Bibi Netanyahu. It's going to only be by people being able to have respect to one another, see each other in our eyes, see each other as families.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah? When were you born?
I'm a lot older than you.
I know, but what, you were not born in 48.
I am in 48.
After 48, right?
No, I am in 1448.
Wow.
That's my birthday.
I was born
78 years old almost.
Mazal Tov. And may you live to your 120, like Musa.
Thank you.
So me, I was born in 1993. So I'm 30 years old. Okay?
You're one of my grandkids.
Nachon. I was born and I inherited this conflict. It was not my choice. I inherited it, right?
But you might inherit something wrong teaching from somebody is they believe in wrong ideology.
Right. So what I'd like to see is how can we pass down a different ideology, a different future, one with respect.
Come in peace.
I come in peace. I come in peace.
There I like.
Okay.
I respect that.
Yeah. And I respect you too.
But come in peace.
I come in peace. We already agreed on that. If we come in peace and we create from the river to the sea, freedom for everyone.
But make it Palestine and come live amongst us
How about
in peace.
you call it Palestine, I call it Israel. I respect your right to call it Palestine. You respect my right to call it Israel.
It's not Israel.
But in the Quran it says Bani Israel.
Palestine.
Bani Israel, right? In the Quran.
Bani Israel, I tell you something. Nebuchadnezzar, he destroyed you.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not you, but...
My ancestors.
Yes.
We went to the diaspora.
And 12 tribes of Israel,
Yes.
they all vanished.
I'm still here.
Not you. You just have a different mentality than the most of they think.
I agree.
Yes.
Our mentality is very different. It's like mentally colonized.
Exactly.
How do we mentally decolonize?
Now this is what I'm trying to fix.
Yes. But you can't mentally decolonize us by attacking us.
I'm not saying you personally,
Okay.
in general.
So I think there was a lot of colonization that happened mentally and spiritually to my people in
But
the
we need to fix this problem.
diaspora, and we need to fix this problem.
Uh-huh.
But I think we can only fix this problem if we start being able to engage with one another.
Aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Uh-huh.
But we should inspire many others to do the same.
Why not?
Many Jews,
How you fix the problem?
because many Israelis never speak to Palestinians. Many
Exactly.
Palestinians never speak to Israelis. And how could we understand one another if we don't even respect one another?
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
My older sister, she's older than the state of so-called Israel.
But she's not older than the people of Israel. Because we're very old people.
We come from Ismail, you came from somebody else.
From Yitzhak. And Ismail and Yitzhak are brothers. So we're family.
But you guys trade out.
So let's bring us back together.
When you have Zionism,
Let's bring us back together.
exclude Zionism, then maybe we do.
What do you define as Zionism? Because so many people have
Zionism
different
is
definitions.
the ones they kill. They came with occupation. It's always been war and crimes
So for me,
and destruction. How are you gonna support these?
I think we're in a loop of violence. And we've been that way.
Enough occupation. Get out. Let them get out. Go back to Poland, Holland, Russia, Ukraine, wherever they brought
We
them.
came back. We came back home.
No.
But you also never left. And now we're both.
Because we never left.
I know.
our
I
land.
don't disagree with you. You didn't hear.
But you came from the outside. Your parents, your grandparents.
They were born in Ujda, in Morocco and Algeria.
Aha.
But before that, they were in Israel. Just like, let's say,
How do you know you was there?
DNA tests,
DNA
history,
had a fake.
lineage. It's not fake. The same way a Palestinian that's born in America today, just because they were born in diaspora doesn't mean they don't come from Palestine, right? So being in the diaspora doesn't disconnect you from your land. And what I think is the way to move forward is for you to respect my right the same way I respect your right. If you come here to people with love and you show them, as a Palestinian, I fight for my rights, I fight for my people, and I'm not going to use that to attack you. The same way I'm fighting for my people. The only way to change that is for you to understand that every Jew here, including myself, is your family, and they need to understand that every Palestinian they see, the moment they see a Palestinian, they should be like, Wallah, my family. Why haven't I seen you before? right? If you meet another Palestinian, you have an instant connection, right? If a Palestinian meets an Israeli, we should be having an instant connection.
The Israeli comes with the wrong mentality as an occupier.
Okay, so
how am I gonna respect that?
So let's change the mentalities.
That's what we need.
But you can only get to the hearts of the Israelis if you come to them with love.
A lot of them, they don't have a heart. Some, yes, but most, no.
There's problems on both sides with that, you know? There's Palestinians that they would hear Israeli or Yehud and think we need to kill them. That's not right. So there's Israelis that hear Palestinian and let's say that's my enemy. That's not right. And so
our enemy is the occupation, not the Israeli people. The one like you, they want to live in peace among us.
Together.
Right.
One Palestinian dead is bad, one Israeli dead is bad. It's not a competition. You're responsible for your actions. And so if you have Israelis that do bad things, that's their actions. If we start putting everyone together and saying an Israeli does this, so all the Israelis...
The majority is...
No, not the majority. The majority are people like me. And I'd like more of my people...
I would like to see more like you, but they're actually not correct. I'll tell you, with all my respect, they bloody cold.
So they need to get warmer, you're saying?
Maybe you change them. Are you one of them? No?
I am.
So talk to them.
I do all the time.
Explain it to them.
I do all the time.
The Israelites came when they were slaves in Egypt, correct?
Correct.
They came, who was there?
The Canaanites.
Aha.
But before the Canaanites, before the Canaanites,
Wasn't the Israelis.
the Hebrews.
No way.
Yes. In the Torah, the Canaanites come into the land of the Hebrews.
Torah is, I told you, it's altered.
I disagree with that. But it's okay, I respect your opinion. You know, there's some places where we'll disagree, but I think we've realized in this conversation that on the future, we actually do agree. And I still don't see you as my enemy.
Me too.
Okay.
We against Zionism.
But Zionism just means I should have a right to live there, for me. Doesn't mean Palestinians shouldn't live there. It just means Jews should live there too. That's my definition.
In peace.
Yes, in salam. And respect, and equality, and honor.
And don't steal land and houses.
And protect.
And destroying.
On either side.
Killing.
Protection, respect, and honor. You should come in the land and feel as safest as possible.
Correct.
And you know what? There is no other option. Because there is no future where Israelis or Palestinians will disappear. Palestinians will never disappear. Israelis will never disappear. So at some point we need to come together and to create this.
Who prosecuted you? The Europeans.
Europeans, Spanish. My family was in Ujda.
Not the Arabs.
Also. Not as much. Not anywhere near as much. But also.
You know, back in the days, who protected the Jews? The Muslims.
Many times, absolutely.
Yes. Not the Europeans or the Americans.
Muslims are not my enemy. Muslims is the way that Ishmael is supposed to lead the world to oneness of Allah.
So follow Islam.
I follow Islam through Musa. Just like Musa was...
Oh, Musa was Muslim. Didn't Musa submitted to God?
I submit to God too?
What's the word of Islam means is submission to God.
So by that definition, I'm also Muslim. But I'm Muslim through the Prophet Musa and through the Torah. I believe in the Torah through Musa. I keep halal min Musa. I believe in oneness. And I think it's actually the role of Islam from the Arabs to spread oneness to the world. The Jews won't do that. It's the Arabs that will do that. But we need to work together to get rid of idolatry in this world, to get rid of materialism and hatred and war.
And Zionism. Start with Zionism.
By your definition of Zionism, not my definition. I don't disagree because you define Zionism as the death to Palestinians. And so, of course, I'm against that. But for me, Zionism is my right to live there. Zion, which means Jerusalem. So by your definition, I agree with that. But my definition of I should have a right to live there, that shouldn't be destroyed. You see, like words have different definitions. What matters is the ideas that we actually represent, not the words. Right? Because they're just sounds.
But don't come somebody tell you here, take this piece of land and this is yours and call it yours and somebody else been there for 100 years or more.
Unfortunately, the British, like they colonized everywhere, they convinced both of ourselves psychologically that the Jews were enemies to the Arabs and the Arabs were enemies to the Jews. And we fell for it and we lost. And so many people have been dying since. So at one point, a generation has to get up and say, Khalas, okay? We're a family. And we will live in this land together, and we'll respect one another, and the world will no longer manipulate us and use us for their own benefits. And now we're going to change the world once we do that.
I hope so.
Inshallah.
What's your name?
Rudy.
Rudy? Yeah. I am Yusuf.
Nice to meet you, Yusuf.
Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
Take care. You too.
We are a good conversation.
Thank you.
You here sometimes?
I'm here often.
I lived in this sport for years.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll see you around, Yusuf. May you have good health.